Well, he came to see me on a rooftop in New York. I said, "Hey, can I talk to you?" And he said, "Sure." He floated in, sideways, through a crowd of people. He was wearing black, and it was like one of those old vampire movies where they don't walk, but they glide. And he was a dancer, you know, so he has he's very, graceful.
Yeah.
And he moved sideways, and he just sat down in a chair next to me. And it kind of frightened me. And he's a very smart guy. And we started talking, and I didn't, say much of anything about reading the script, nothing. I just started talking about the Middle Ages. And he began to talk tortures. And we swapped tortures, because I'd read this book on torture. And I tried to recall some of the most heinous things I'd ever read in this book. And he was like, oh, and he'd try and top it. And my assistant was there, and he left because he couldn't stand it anymore.
Yeah.
The air had turned cold. And then he left, and I wanted to leave. And because I knew that I didn't want to work with him.
Yeah.
And he was getting scary.
Yeah.
And then I turned around, and it was on top of the Peninsula Hotel. I turned around to avoid his steady gaze at one point.
Yeah.
And I was looking at a building with the top of the sixes on it. So there was a huge illuminated triple six in red.
Yeah.
And I went from that to that to that, and he started smiling. And I thought, oh no.
This man, M-Town, man.
Ready for the meat, you know what I mean?
Oh, man, that's hard right there. You made that?
Yeah, make both of these.
Well, y'all boys make me proud today.
I like that, man.
Hey, man, it goes like that. It's cool, though. You got
That's
the
nice.
pyramid. It's cool, though. You got
That's
the
nice.
pyramid.
Y'all hooking it up, boy.
Yeah, I used to write my dad poems, and like I said, he knew I was talented. He bought me a keyboard, he bought me a karaoke machine. He was really supportive of me jumping into the music industry. I don't know if he thought that I would be in a group by the name of 666 Mafia, but
Yeah, so
it worked out.
Also, the 666 Mafia. I mean, there's so much speculation, and some of the time you guys rapped about dark stuff.
We did.
There's even a song on your new one. God of Black,
produced by Space Ghost Purpose, a remake actually of a song that he did called God of Black.
Oh, okay.
It's a little dark.
So what about all of that stuff? Like, how did your family respond to it, and what was it something you guys did to get attention?
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, I dabbled and dabbled in witchcraft, like, because I was young and I wanted to know what the dark side was about. I've always heard about it. And then we was in this group called 666 Mafia, so I wanted to be as dark as possible. And I bought a witchcraft book, and my mama put me out the house.
Oh, okay.
And it's not that I was sitting in the circle, practicing Illuminati scriptures or whatever. I was just young, man, and when you're young, you explore.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I was exploring, and I do like certain things about the dark side because it's mystic.
Yeah.
It's wicked. It's sexy. And I like to be mysterious.
Yeah, totally. Okay. So, y'all probably
The
never
dark
heard any.
side.
Are you still signed with 3-6?
No, I ain't signed with 3-6, but we all signed to the devil, so.
When you say you signed to the devil, you gotta have some type of spirituality with you was you praying when you got shot?
No, I ain't even play, I ain't do none of that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Alright, peace, y'all. Peace. So in this video, I'm gonna be talking about the rap group 3-6 Mafia. Alright, now 3-6 Mafia was the first mainstream group from Memphis to go platinum. Alright, they was also called the Hypnotized Minds, but we gonna get into that too later on in the video. Now, it's too many group members for me to break down each beginning story, so I'm just gonna go from when the group actually started. All right. Now, 3-6 Mafia started with DJ Paul, who was age 11, all right, and his nephew Lord Infamous, who was age 15. All right. When they first started, they formed a group which was called the Serial Killers in 1989. Now, during this time, they weren't really making too much noise because they was young, but to have the mind frame to basically start a group at that age was a pretty ahead of its time. Now, by 1991, DJ Paul was actually DJing around Memphis, all right, at local clubs, and get his name out there, all right. So, at the age of 12 to be DJing is crazy. Now, Juicy J, who was actually 13, was also DJing, all right, at local clubs and making mixtapes. All right, now mixtapes back in the day were a collective group of different songs that were popular at the time. I know today the definition of a mixtape is when a rapper puts out his own music, but mixes back then were called mixtapes, all right? So in that same year, Juicy J actually joined with DJ Paul to help him make beats, all right? They actually then formed a group together along with Lord Infamous, which was called the Backyard Posse. All right, now, when they came together, they were making songs from DJ Paul's house. Now, during this time, Juicy J actually read books on the music industry, all right? And he actually started a label which was called Prophet ENT. Now, I want y'all to take a look at this word prophet here. Now, to use the word prophet, all right, as a record label and rap about the things they were rapping about at this time was actually blasphemous, all right? So now you already know that they have some sense of the occult, but we're going to get into that aspect of the video down the line. Now, in 1992, they put out their first EP, which was called Portrait of a Serial Killer, all right? Now, in 1993, they released their first indie album, all right, which was called Come With Me to Hell. Like I said, these guys knew, all right, something about the occult, all right, at a very young age. Now, that album actually got them a buzz locally, all right? Now, a lot of people, I said this in the hip-hop video, right, that I just recently did, that the singing flow came from artists like Ja Rule. But I have to correct myself. It actually started from Lord Infamous, all right? Lord Infamous was the first rapper to actually start the triplet flow, all right? We hear the Migos, they used to rap in the same manner as well.
But I'm mentally ill and I don't understand all the reasons why I think it's cooking the dope like I work at Hibachi, looking and watching blah highlights some tracking.
All right, so now, then you had Bone Thugs and Harmony, which is why they were beefing. They actually stole the style of Lord Infamous, all right? Now, Lord Infamous actually rapped a bar in one of his songs and referred the group as 666 Mafia. In the code of the motherfucking 666. Now, Project Pat, who is the older brother of Juicy J, actually then, joined the group as well and dropped his debut album, The Solo Tape. All right, now the Solo Tape did good in Memphis and in the South region. All right, so now Project Pat's album was actually the first album to put 3-6 Mafia on the map in the South region. Okay, now 1995, you had artists like Crunchy Black and Gangsta Boo who had joined the group. Right, they then changed their name from 666 Mafia to 3-6 Mafia. All right. Now, I want you to take a look at this logo, right? And I'm going to say something here. When I was a kid and I used to see this, I didn't think of it as something was bad, right? But all the while, if we know words, 3-6, it sounds more easier to say than 666, right? But this is the thing. They were actually using spells, all right? Which is why they came up with the concept of hypnotized minds, right? When you hypnotize minds, all right, the people can't see what you're doing, all right, because they're hypnotized. They're under a spell, all right? Now, we're going to take a look at some of the lyrics that 3-6 Mafia had actually said.
I try to warn them, now they're gonna feel the vengeance of the devil's daughter. Horror of the cuss they vomit up from sight of wicked.
Well, probably wonder, would DJ Paul the 666 click and hell take them under?
Yeah, this is Lucifer, the leader of the 3-6 Mafia.
All happened
couldn't sleep. I'm lying in the engine, sweat from my head to my feet. My body disfigured, I start to change form. I can't believe it's on again, a demon reborn.
All right, now, I'm going to be quite honest with you guys. They were actually kind of blackballed from the radio and TV, all right, due to these type of lyrics in their music. All right, they were considered like horrorcore. All right, you had different rappers like Scarface, DMX, 3-6 Mafia, Bone Thugs and Harmony. All of these different guys were considered horrorcore artists. All right, and they made occultic type music. All right. Now, I want to show you guys something in the song Stay Fly. Now, they caught a little bit of flack a few years ago from the song Stay Fly. Okay, now, if you guys pay attention to the hook here, all right, when they say Stay Fly, all right, behind it, they're actually saying, Lucifer, you're my king, you're my father. All right, now, an artist by the name of Kingpin Skinny Pimp, all right, actually said that Lord Infamous was actually into black magic. So, ex-group member Kingpin Skinny Pimp said in a recent interview with Dwayne Jefferson, a local radio host at a station in Memphis, that Lord Infamous practiced witchcraft and demonology and Satanism at midnight for their success in the mid-90s. This was one of the reasons he left the group in 1996. Now, this is what I'm saying. These guys knew what was going on. They knew what was going on. All right, this is why they were so popular. All right, a lot of their music, steered hip hop today. Okay, to be quite honest with you, with a lot of these new guys, a lot of their music steered, hip hop today in the direction it's going in. All right, now I'm gonna show you guys this clip of Crunchy Black. All right, speaking about going in a room and meeting the devil.
Anything like that in the music industry that made you say, you know what, I think I'm at the wrong party, I need to leave?
Oh, well, yeah. For that, we end up within L.A. I got one for you. I got actually a whole bunch of them, but I'm going to give you this one. We was in L.A., and we was getting ready to do the Hollywood movie, sign up for it anyway, you know what I'm saying? It was me, Paul, Ron from Ron's house, you know what I'm saying? It was Big and Rob from Big and Rob, the Fantasy Factory. It was Flavor Flav, 3-6 Mafia, Ron and Big, and Ron and Rob and Big. All of us was in Sony getting a deal for the TV show. But we ended up had to make our own trailer. But when we did that, we had to go out, party with people, hang with people. So we went to this mansion party, man, Paul and Juice. And in the mansion party, they was in there wilding, some motherfucker, cocaine everywhere, weed everywhere, hoes everywhere, motherfuckers naked. It's off the chain. So I ended up went in this room where it was majority of niggas was in there, and I thought they was getting high, but they was freaking and shit. And Paul them like, I had came out the room and said to ask Paul them, what the fuck you doing in there? He said, we forgot to tell you, Crunchy, you got to go take one for the team. I'm like, take one for the fucking team? What the fuck y'all talking about? They said, that room you just went in, that's why we were laughing hard to hear when you was going in there, because, them facts, you know what I'm saying? Them niggas over there, they on some old shit, you get what I'm saying? So they like, So for us to get this TV show, me, you, or Paul got to go in there. One of us got to go in there and take one for the team. So we were figuring that, you the wild one, you can go in there and take one for the team. And I'm like, oh, shit, y'all niggas full of shit like the motherfucker. But, hey, man, I ain't going to be able to do it. So, one of y'all got to do it, and they kept pressing me to go do it. Yeah, so that was one of the wildest shit I ever been in. Now, I can tell you another one we was in, I think it was
You know,
what are you?
I'm cool. You know, in terms of
the dark
which-
side.
yeah.
I mean, I you know, I'm not a Satanist or nothing. I don't worship the devil, but I am a very, I just like to explore, and I like to find out about different things, and you know, it's the
Curious.
dark side. I'm very curious.
Yeah, curious.
And I'm a godly person, man. So. I'm not about that life, but I, you know, it's real, and I'm one of the artists that's gonna let you know that it is real and
Yeah.
it does exist.
Yeah, absolutely.
The dark side, it does exist. There's a good and there's an evil.
Yeah. That's
And I know them both.
Yeah, that's
yes.
Very revealing.
Yeah.
So the name Gang.
Now, I find this to be kind of interesting because why is it that DJ Paul is always around, all right, when somebody dies that's close, all right? Now, before Koopster had actually died, all right, DJ Paul had met with him, all right, and agreed that, you know, they would do an album together, start working on an album, all right? Before Gangsta Boo died, all right, she met with DJ Paul, all right? DJ Paul already said that, you know, he met with Pimp C, all right, before he died. Now, it could be a situation that he has to do with a lot of these issues, but I just want to know, how does a group win an Oscar, okay, without doing any scenes in a movie? DJ Paul was in Hustle and Flow for 5 seconds and literally didn't say a word, all right? So it just makes you think that, you know, these people knew some type of practices that were going on, all right? Now, to be honest with you, 3-6 Mafia may have split up as a group, all right, but these guys still belong to the devil, man. All right, it's unfortunate that, you know, these people have to play in this nonsense, but this is the way it goes, man. This is the way it goes as far as with a lot of these groups out there, all right? So with that being said, I hope I broke down the group 3-6 Mafia for you guys. And I'm going to keep dropping more videos for y'all. All right? Peace.